Tennessee's Wild Side, broadcast for nearly 2 decades, was originally created through a vision of the Jackson Foundation. The foundation remains a supportive partner in the mission to educate viewers about wildlife, natural resources, and opportunities for outdoor adventure. Tennessee's Wild Side is produced in association with Rockwater TV.
Coming up, we're going to where we've never been and hope you'll come along with us in a special edition to explore this one-of-a-kind place. Then we'll head back home for a wildlife hike before ending up at the zoo to learn the lifestyle of beavers as we explore the wonders of the wild side. Hi friends, welcome to the Wild Side. I'm Steve Hall. We're taking you on an epic journey, heading all the way to the eastern shore, breaking precedent by crossing state lines as we follow the outdoor adventure dreams of a Tennessee couple. It is an exciting and emotional docu-series that will unfold over the next few weeks and immerse even our own family in the stories we travel there to tell.
It's a long way from McEwen, Tennessee to Chincoteague, Virginia, but Denny and Teresa Hemphills have been here so many times, it feels like home.
I think this is number 7.
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
I think it's 7.
It's easy to lose track when time seems to stand still in a place you've always dreamed of going.
As a little girl, I always wanted to come here. The first time we came, we didn't come during Pony Penning Week. We came a few weeks before, but it just kind of escalated.
The reason people keep coming back here the last week in July for the world-famous Pony Penning Week is the indelible imprint made by Misty of Chincoteague, a 1947 book by Marguerite Henry, and the 1961 movie, Misty.
Because of the tradition. I think it's one of the few movies that has exemplified a tradition that has stood the test of time, and it stood the test of time year after year after year.
Grandpa, is it true about the Spanish galleon and the wild ponies? Or is it just a legend like some people say it is?
Of course it's true. Why, every one of these ponies in these herds out here are direct descendants of those Spanish horses.
The book and movie tell how wild ponies escaped a Spanish galleon shipwrecked off the coast of Assateague. Tragic fires on the island of Chincoteague prompted the 1924 formation of a volunteer fire company. Those volunteers utilized a little local carnival and the sale of wild ponies to finance their equipment. It's still the way they raise money so as not to burden their residents with a fire tax.
I think one of the reasons we love coming here so much is because when you come here, it's so relaxing and people make you feel so welcome.
And if you walk down Main Street and took the modern cars off the streets, you would think you were in the 50s.
And it truly is. It's like stepping back in time, like when people were so kind to each other, everyone wanted to help each other, and everybody was smiling and just happy. And you know, in today's society, we don't have a lot of that. So it's nice to come back to that every time.
Those memories are made generation after generation, but it's the wild ponies of Assateague that really draw you to Chincoteague.
I think for me, not having a pony as a little girl and always wanting one and watching Misty of Chincoteague, I wanted to do that as a little girl. So being able to live this dream now as an adult, I mean, how many people can say that their childhood dream comes true?
The dream of buying a wild Chincoteague pony and bringing it back to Tennessee has come true for Denny and Teresa Hemphills 5 times.
We have Twinkie, Beauty, Marlin, Prince, Bobby's Girl.
That's it, that's fine.
That's right, yeah.
This incredible place of wild ponies is so captivating they couldn't possibly keep it to themselves, so they share their adventure with Teresa's umbrella cockatoo, Cherokee, and Denny's sister, Karen Dillahay.
She's been here 3 times, I think 3 times.
This is my 4th time.
And now that she has her own Chincoteague pony, it means even more, I think.
Marlin's legacy, a little Palomino paint born on the island of Assateague in the summer of 2017, was a surprise to Karen, who was at the pony auction but didn't realize Denny was bidding. Now, just past her 80th birthday, Karen is not only the official owner of a Chincoteague pony, but an eager participant in a whole new outdoor adventure.
Thanks to Teresa, I have learned to ride a horse, and I've been able to ride Marlin in the woods. And in fact, before we came up on this trip, I was able to get on him bareback. So it's very exciting at my age to have learned something brand new, and thanks to them, I'll always be grateful.
Gratitude is in great supply here on the island of Chincoteague, where Teresa's pony Twinkie was the 2016 fan favorite.
I know had we not started coming when we did, I would not have gotten Twinkie. I don't know that I could ever find one like him ever again. You never know the feeling that you're going to get by something like that, especially something living. And Twinkie definitely has, well, he's changed our world. You know, we lived in a subdivision, we bought a house, we sold a house, we bought a farm, and then we bought a bigger farm because we were going to get more ponies. Who does that at this age? We're supposed to be downsizing, not upsizing.
They call it Chincoteague pony fever, and the Hemphills have it.
Being able to come here and enjoy this as an adult, yes, I don't have the energy that I had when I was 12. However, it's that excitement and just, I don't know, just feeling like, you know, I belong here. I should have been here years ago, but I guess there was a reason. God had a plan for me, and it wasn't 20 years ago. It's time now for you to be here so that you can experience this.
Teresa and Denny graciously sharing their experiences with us allows us to share them all with you.
Well, that's only the automatic lighthouse. We can see from the farm. Grandpa says there's no one here but the birds and some wild ponies. Come on, let's go.
Where are you going?
To explore.
It was Sunday afternoon, July 24th, when the Hemphills arrived on the eastern shore. Once they were unpacked, we all went out together to explore the 2 islands and prepare ourselves for what would be the most fast-paced and intense week since Wildside started more than 20 years ago.
The sun is just beginning to set over the island of Assateague as we step out onto the beach Sunday evening. It's a chance to take a moment, grab a group photo, and strategize where we all want to be before we see the sun again. Our Wildside crew this unprecedented week consists of Steve and me, our son Ezekiel, and his girlfriend Molly Montgomery. In our family, maybe like yours, we refer to it as all hands on deck. Over the next few days, we will immerse ourselves in these islands and all the activities. We've been studying the schedule, but Denny and Teresa Hemphill have it committed to memory.
I think now it's comfortable because we know the island and we kind of know the layout, and since we've been before, we know certain things are going to happen, and so that part's exciting. And it's not like coming into something new where you don't know what to expect. We know Pony Penny is going to happen. We know we're going to go to this auction. We know we're going to do all these things.
It will be here on Assateague early Monday morning, where thousands will gather to see the annual beach walk. It's part of the exciting process leading up to Wednesday and the world-famous Wild Pony Swim.
We know the horses now, so we know we want certain horses we'd like to see, and before we didn't know them. They were just all wild ponies.
Teresa urged me to choose a favorite before we ever left Tennessee, though she did nudge me to carefully consider the sire Surfer's Riptide. He's the father to 2 of the Hemphills' 5 Chincoteague ponies.
Our favorite stallion is Riptide. He is the favorite, and not because he is Twinkie's dad.
And Beauty.
And Beauty's, but just because he's just an awesome stallion. He always looks like that his hair is just absolutely amazing.
He looks like Fabio.
Yeah, we call him the Fabio of Chincoteague ponies because his mane always looks so great.
Poring over all the pictures published by DSC Photography, I finally settled on Secret Feathers filly. I didn't know it at the time, but she's a full sibling to Beauty and a half-sibling to Twinkie. What we also didn't know is that we would get an advanced and somewhat emotional opportunity to see her.
In the beginning, it didn't matter, but it matters a lot now.
These particular foals are too young to swim between the islands, so the world-famous saltwater cowboys brought them into the southern corrals on Saturday for everyone to see.
I have a few on the radar that look really promising.
She's been looking at all of them.
Ponies and people are inseparable on this island, so we also count on Teresa and Denny to help us make all the right connections.
Denise is one of these people that she just kind of grabs you in and talks to you, and she informs you about certain things. And if you're going to be involved with pony penning or any aspect here in Chincoteague, she is the go-to person, so you've got to get to know her.
The Volunteer Firemen's Carnival, as legendary as everything else here, is where we find Denise Bowden. And there's no doubt she knows these pony people from Tennessee.
It means so much to us to have people like Teresa and Denny come here for this event. They choose to spend their hard-earned money, their vacation time to come here, and they could go anywhere else in the whole wide world, but they choose to come here, support our fire department, support the economy of our little town here, and to see people continue to love this event. It means everything to us.
The Saltwater Cowboys are the backbone of this operation, and it's the only way it can get done.
A public relations representative for the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company and devoted Loretta Lynn fan, Denise also holds the coveted title as the only saltwater cowgirl in the country.
Don't they ever let girls ride in the roundup?
Well, now you'll have plenty to do helping prepare the food.
But I can ride as good as Paul. Don't you think I can, Grandpa?
Well, that has nothing to do with it. Women folk ain't allowed to ride on the roundup.
It took me a long time to get here. I've been in this fire company for a little over 30 years, and it was only until about 4 years ago that I actually got to get on horseback. It's definitely a good old boys club. I say that with the utmost respect to them, because it's their tradition, it's their background, it's what they live for 1 week out of the year. It does make me feel good that they've accepted me over the last 30 years. When I first got in this fire company, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I was the only female back then. And to be in the positions that I've been in with this fire company, I was the first female president of the fire company, first female ambulance driver, first female firefighter, first female carnival chairman. It makes me feel good. I hope that I have opened the door for some of the younger girls that have now coming in.
What else do you want to say about Denise?
She really runs the show behind the scenes for the whole pony penning week.
Nothing rattles that woman. So it's really nice to see that there's a PR person, especially in today's age, that's a woman running the show. So it's kind of great. Shut up, Denny.
But it has taken a lot of hard work. It's taken a lot of time away from other things that I would have probably done, but I wouldn't change anything.
Change is not very popular in this place where everyone can count on late nights and early mornings. I told you we would be back on the beach before we saw the sun again. We are here with a few thousand new friends, all waiting to see the saltwater cowboys bring the northern herd south along the Atlantic Ocean.
It's so much bigger than I imagined.
Look at this new baby!
Oh my God, look at this little baby.
Look at the baby!
They'll wind their way through the National Wildlife Refuge and eventually meet up with the ponies from the southern herd. It heightens the excitement on an island where even our hotel is promoting the wild ponies for out-of-town guests who are beginning to gather.
We're doing our social tonight, so it's a pony swim social. We've got food, drinks, and we have a pony that's included as well.
He came across 22 years ago in a swim. We've had him ever since then. He's a golden palomino, very sweet horse. He does tricks. He's broke to ride. And he's just a perfect pony.
This is to boost our island's creativity, so right now what we're doing is just boosting the pony swim for 2022. We actually had a huge outcome for tonight, and we were going to expect like a little bit less, but it ended up working out really well.
It also works out really well for us to go back to the carnival grounds and get one more look at Secret Feather's little filly. I'm Annette Noel Hall on the Wild Side.
The two biggest days of pony pinning week are the pony swim and the pony auction. Our alarms will wake us at 2:45 a.m., but even then, people will already be waiting by water's edge. We hope you will join us as we continue our docu-series about this unique island adventure.
People say that Disney's the most magical place in the world. It might be, but I want to tell you something. Last week in July, Chincoteague is the most magical place on earth.
Tennessee's Wild Side has been a presentation of the Jackson Foundation in association with Rockwater TV.